Welcome back to Hampden, where it is all over between Rangers and Celtic, and it's Celtic who have taken victory in this one, winning by 1-0, and we're thrilled to have the Celtic captain Callum McGregor with us. Now Callum, congratulations again, you're into another final, but how tough was that out there to get the job done today?
Yeah, thank you. It was a tough game. We always expect a tough game, even when you come to semi-finals. They're emotional, they're high energy games, and you have to try and implement your style into the game, and we tried to do that as much as we could. I think second half we had to show something a little bit different, but a good block, really good defensively, defended the box really well. So aspects everything in there, and that's what you need in cup ties.
And what it does is it puts you into another cup final, which, it's something of a regular for you specifically as a Celtic captain. What does it mean to you to be bringing Celtic back here again on June the 3rd? Yeah,
of course, brilliant. I speak about this all the time, but Celtic's a club where you have to win, season upon season. It's not good enough to get to one final and win it. You got to come to the next one and win that, and it's the relentless nature of it. So we've tried to instill that into the group as quickly as we possibly can, and great to see another big occasion. We make the next step and get into the final, and a really tough final to come as well.
You mentioned having to play a different way in that second half. How difficult was it to adapt and obviously try and contain Rangers in front of you?
Yeah, they sort of changed their shape, a little bit diamond, two number 10s a wee bit as well, so they kept flipping between that, which was difficult to try and get the bodies to deal with it. They go a little bit longer, and they just hope for a sort of second ball situation, maybe get some shots off, and so it was a little bit different for us. We had to try and adapt, and then when the game's tough like that, then you just got to dig in. You can try and talk about all the pretty football that you want, but there comes in moments in these games where you have to just dig in and get through them, and that kind of shows another side to the group as well.
Callum, your manager's a very calm figure, clearly. What was the message at half-time?
Just to stay calm, and we felt like in the latter half of the first half we were starting to sort of get open and get through the spaces that we were looking to. So it was just, the message was trying to be more of the same and try and start the second half really well, but that never sort of materialised. But then from that you got to show what you're about, and win your duels, win your tackles, and do the other side of the game. So he is really calm, but I think in the moments sometimes it becomes a bit chaotic. You have to just stand up and be counted for the group.
I was going to ask as well, in terms of when he came into the club, it was obviously a massive change. You as the captain at that point, or about to be made captain, what was your thoughts? Did you know much about him, and how quickly did he impress on you that this is a good manager? Yeah,
pretty much straight away. Like you said, I think everyone else was sort of looking, who's this guy that we've brought in, and not totally renowned in sort of European football, so people start asking questions, but for the minute he walked through the door, with a training camp in Wales, and you could just see he's got that authority about him. He speaks really well, he speaks so calmly, and that's the best thing for players, is you need that sort of level. Even when the game's emotional, you need him to be really calm and just relay his message, which he does really, really well to the group, and I think for players the clarity of it's so important.
And the players that he's brought into the club as well, Michael mentioned it there, you'd been here a number of years before Ange came in, but just the players and the signings that he's made and the way he's integrated them into the system that was already here. I mean, the trophies tell you how successful that's been in itself.
Yeah, exactly. You have that challenge when you bring so many players into a club, and the sort of ethos of the club, it then demands that the players get to that level. So even though we brought in maybe 14, 15 players, straight away they're at the level, because that's what the club demands. It demands success, and you see that every day. You walk about the training ground, everybody's absolutely on the money every single day. There's no off days. The way we train, so it's no surprise that when we come to these games we're ready to play, and that's what he demands of us.
And you talk about ready. When the goal came, Rangers seemed to stop, Celtic didn't. The relentless nature of your play continued. Just talk us through how this unfolded from the free kick and ultimately Jota putting it in the net.
Yeah, so again a quick restart. We've been really successful with them. Then we try and set up Matty in the 1v1, and then again another sort of facet of the game is counter press for us. It's so important. You see Rangers boys on his heels there, Dyson's alive, and he stands up a brilliant ball, and again another facet of the game is wingers getting in at the back post, trying to read that next pass, and it's so difficult to defend when you're arriving like that at pace, and it's a brilliant finish. So that's a pleasing aspect amongst the sort of chaos and the emotion of the game. You manage to implement three of your sort of aspects of your game that you look for to create a goal.
It's now 6 unbeaten against Rangers. I mean, psychologically, how important is that? How much does it play on your mind when you're going into a fixture such as this?
Yeah, I think it gives you confidence, but it doesn't really count for much when these occasions come. You still have to turn up and be competitive, be aggressive, and try and play your football. So we all know what cup football's like. If you don't turn up and you don't play well, then you won't progress to the next round. So of course you take confidence from it, but you then need to go and produce again.
Well, you did very well today, Callum. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the 3rd of June.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
You.
The Celtic captain with us there, Callum McGregor.